Get your glow up. One time. For the babies on the south side, the east side.
Ready when you are, Miss Wanda. Okay.
The west side, the north side.
Feed your brain. IntellectualRadio.com.
Come on. Yeah. I see you, baby.
You ready? I'm gonna count you down. When I say
Get your shine on.
on one, you start talking. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Okay.
Get your glow up. One time. For the babies on the south side, the east side, the west
Five,
side,
4,
the north side,
3,
Chi-town.
Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining us on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on IntellectualRadio.com. This is your host, Kimberly Watkins Allman. And guess what? I am here with my amazing producer, Sumner Allman. I am so excited to do this segment on how to make someone admire you, chase you, fall in love, and marry you. How are you feeling today?
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Hard day at work and
And I'm
right
here.
to it's intellectual radio. You're such a trooper. Again, on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim, we would definitely want to send a birthday shout out to our firstborn. Happy 28th birthday to Ontario. You all know her as 10, but again, she is our firstborn and she is turning 28, and we want to send those birthday wishes out to her. We know she's listening, so again, happy birthday, 10. Everybody asks me all the time, like, why do they call your daughter 10 and twin? They call her that because she was born on 10/10 at 10:11 a.m. at South Suburban Hospital. So that's where the 10 comes in, because she has a lot of 10s across the board. And again, when it comes to stars, she is a 10 in our book. So again, happy 28th birthday to Ontario. You all know her again as 10. And before we dive into our segment tonight, I would like to revisit our last week's conversation. Should parents seek advice from their children instead of their mates? If you did not get the opportunity to enjoy last week's conversation, please go to Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on YouTube. Share and subscribe. We have some amazing conversation topics available for you to enjoy. Tell your friends about Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim right here again on your favorite station, which is IntellectualRadio.com. Email us your conversation topics and my amazing producer will get your conversation in rotation as soon as possible. Again, you can also email us again at crazyconversationswithmisskim@gmail.com. Last week's conversation: should parents seek advice from their children instead of their mates? We had a situation last week. Some parents are scared to have this conversation with their children about boundaries. We got messages that my producer, which is my wifey for lifey, was coming for me hard on last week's segment. So we're going to hear a little bit from wifey. We're going to address the craziness now from those messy Marys. But again, I never feel my wife is coming for me. We are one. And as soon as you find that individual that will admire you, chase you, fall in love, and marry you, you might grasp it after that. But again, we're one. I never feel like she's coming for me on the show, because we we share everything, so I don't have to worry about that. But again, our opinions may not always be the same, but that's what life brings. We're not going to agree on every topic. We're not going to agree on every comment. But again, we agree as one no matter what. So again, my wife makes me aware of things that doesn't work for our marriage. So when you all say she coming at me, we help each other navigate through our union. And just because it's something that I may do does not mean that it's done correctly. So it's good to have that backup, to have that partner that loves you enough to let you know that you are not doing things appropriately, and that you try to do what you can to address it and fix it. So again, I would feel some type of way if I ask my wife to do something and then she says, go ask your kids to do it because that's who you seek approval and advice from. She could easily say that, but she doesn't. We are both learning, but guess what? The almonds are putting structured love back in rotation. So I hope you understand that. The almonds are putting structured love back into rotation. Because again, if you know Miss Kim, I was free-spirited, no structure. You all know. So again, while she's shaking her head, you all know. If you're listening, you know. These requested conversations are not about us. We use real life scenarios, and if it is something about our union, we will add that to the requested conversation topic. These conversation topics are to help and assist, not to cause anything domestic in anyone's household. So again, it is not used to cause anything domestic in your household, because we can be here laughing about it, but again, we do not want to cause any kind of drama or trauma in your household. So again, if it's anyone that you think will need to listen to our crazy conversations, feel free to pass it on. After God, my spouse comes first, so that those listeners that was concerned that I talk to my kids before I talk to my wife. Not true. Again, people need to know that it's okay to change for the right type of love. And that's exactly what Miss Kim did. I had to change in order to receive the right kind of love. And not just receive the right kind of love. Miss Kim got to keep this right kind of love. Never could I go back, because again, I need that. And if you don't think that it's necessary to change for the right type of love, then I'm so sorry. Again, I'm not seeking advice or assistance from my children. I am going to my mate, period. So nobody has to email me that I am telling my kids too much and not talking to my wife. I appreciate all your suggestions, but again, I am well aware of how to run a union, how to be a willing participant when you are trying to structure your love. So I have a question for the producer. What are the consequences of parents that always seek advice from their children instead of their mates?
Well, number one, it's the bad luck on our part with our kids, because we have to remember our kids is looking up to us, and we like their role model. They learn it, and they have to teach off us. Cause like if they do it, we do it to them, we go pass it on and on and on. So to me, like I said, to each his own. To me, it's could be a lot of consequences behind it. It could be they could look at you a whole nother way. They could look at what why she don't respect mom enough or dad enough to tell them. Because once again, it's gonna come out, because like with me, if it happened to me, I'd be real with my kids. I'm like, well, no, I didn't know. So it's not that anyone get mad about it. The situation, I think with anyone, anyone in any type of relationship, you don't have to be married. In any type of relationship that you are in love, you should not, me personally, depends on the relationship of the situation. But me, I'm not thinking about no negative relationship. If you are in love, you should not seek for our kids because our kids can't tell us anything because they still learning.
That turned me on. You in love?
So,
I'm sorry. Go
you know
ahead.
what?
You in love? Go ahead. I like that.
So that's what I'm saying. So me, the kid, can't no kids tell me anything. I can listen to their opinion, but me taking a decision, oh, never I'm going to do that. And I can say that.
Well, I think we all, as parents, listen, but it's up to what we do with it after we hear them out.
Really, a lot of us don't listen to our kids. We consult in our kids. See, a lot of us, it's half and half. A lot of us don't listen. I'm one of the parents who listen.
They consult, but don't listen.
They consult, they do not listen to their kids. So they come on there and blab about their situations. Ask your kids, how are you doing? What's going on with you?
So with that, you're saying that, so how does that make it, like we talked about a couple days ago with the emails and the response and the feedback that we got from the show? How do you feel? Do you feel that when parents consult with their children instead of their mate, is that a control issue, that the kids have control of the parents? Because as you know, one of the feedback messages said that I'm letting the kids control me.
But you can't blame the kids. Once again, you can't blame the kids for something that you started. So I'm not blaming the kids for anything. I'm blaming wholeheartedly. I'm blaming us as parents. So I would not blame the kids about you seeking information to them. It's not their fault.
Well, first they have to know the type of information that we're seeking. You know, some
it's
things
different.
like if we're asking for something that they can actually help us with, that I don't
Like
think that's
what?
controlling. Like we talked about last week about if we needed help with the internet, or Wanda B said if we need to know about a rapper, or we need to know about somebody in the entertainment business, or so on and so forth. Those type of things that we will reach for our children advice, and for them to tell us, oh, the latest dances is out. Oh, mom, don't do that
that's
dance
different.
no more. That's what I'm saying.
That's
It depends
different.
on the type of things that we are
Yes.
leaning on our children
But
for.
they telling you grown up things, what you should be telling them is so much. Some kids do have control of their parents.
Well,
And I can say that. Some
they
kids
can't
do.
tell us nothing about adulthood if they have not lived it.
We know that, but do they know that? Do other parents know that?
They have to know it, because my children cannot give me advice on living an adult married life. As a mother, as a wife, they have not done any of those things. They have not accomplished those things in life. So I cannot get that type of advice from them because they have not lived it.
We know that, but do the parents know that? Once again, this is
Well,
no
they
have-
think it's all about me, I guess, because the email, I'm like, I felt some kind of way. I was going to call off tonight. But I'm here.
just
Go
take
ahead.
accountability, like you said, you working on it.
I'm working on it, but
Yeah.
again, what they was coming too harsh on Miss Kim. But it's all right. I could take it. I could take it. Took it like a G.
But
Like a G.
Like I said, the topic was sent to us, and you know me, I be real about the scenario, and I'll tell you, I always tell you,
Right.
like it's not me coming for you. I'll be open and honest, and that's where relationships have to. Number one, have to start being open and honest. Everything you're not gonna like, everything I'm not gonna like.
Absolutely. And again, I didn't take offense to anything that you said, because again, I admitted live, hey, sometimes all I had was my children. So again, those are people that I talk to, because again, not to have outside individuals into my mix. And that's it. Did I say it was the correct way? No, I didn't. I'm learning. I got into a real relationship, a real marriage, and I know how to deal with real situations. And I know to deal with real situations with my mate and not my children.
But some situations, like kids might do have to seek it. Something depends on if they see, like, if their parents treat someone wrong, or like the other parent. That's one thing the parent can't say, well, you know what, mom, I think, oh, you know what, Dad, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I think you need to, like, be nicer. So something seeking like that, if they see something what they don't like, if either one of their parents, I think they should speak on it.
This generation, they speaks on it. You can't hold them back from nothing that they say. They don't care if it hurts your feelings. They don't care. They, I wish they would soften their heart a little. That this generation is very hard to get them to soften up. And I just would like to see this generation, the younger generation, just soften up just a little. I'm not saying be a punk, but again, just soften up. Just soften, learn to love a little bit more.
But do they see it? Have they experienced it? Have they seen it in their home? So
that makes the world of a difference.
So that's why people like you take up for the kids. Not that I take up for the generation. I'm a human being. I was young. Whatever our kids see, if they are upset or going through, it has to come from home. So we have to. If they see love, they'll love.
Well, I have one other question from the feedback. Again, it says, what causes our children to feel like they're supposed to be in control of their parents' decisions?
Parents' fault.
So again, it's the parents' fault.
I'm going to say it. It's the parents. They're going to do what we let them do.
Okay.
Whatever we let them control, they're going to keep on being controlled. They don't want to be in control. These kids want to live their own life. We put the kids involved. We make them be in control of us. Once again, I don't blame the kids for being in control, for seeking advice, cold-hearted. I'm blaming us as parents.
Well, this right here can be the reason that people cannot find anyone to admire them, chase them, fall in love, and to marry them. So how to find someone to admire you, chase you, fall in love, and marry you? Right here on Crazy Conversations. I am excited about this because I had to do research and this was really fun. So I'm hoping that I don't be crying after the feedback tonight. So again, let me start with a little bit of the things that I came up with. To find someone to love and marry you, you have to focus on putting yourself in situations where you can meet people. Link up with people who share similar interests. You gotta actively engage with others. Be open to new experiences. Prioritize genuine connections over superficial qualities. And most importantly, be your authentic self while actively looking for a partner. So again, I think that this was important because you can't meet anyone if you are not out there networking. You're not out there to meet people. Again, you have to find someone that will mesh with you in order to know if this is the person for you. This person, you're going to start admiring that person. And if you admire that person and that person admires you, then the chase starts. That person is not going to let you out of their sight. And again, the fall in love part will be easy. But the hardest part after that is getting that person to commit and marry you. So I wrote down a couple strategies that can help with finding someone and make them admire you, chase you, fall in love, and marry you. First of all, I would say that your social circle has to change. The circle has to change. You have to join clubs. You can volunteer, take classes, attend events related to your hobbies to meet people who share your passion and your interests. So if you attend some social gatherings, it's a possibility that someone there may be for you. And even if a committed relationship or marriage doesn't come out of you meeting someone at a social event, you never know, an amazing friendship may start, and you never know what amazing friendship might lead to. What do you think? Or you like, you don't care?
No,
It's crazy conversations.
no. See, all what you said is correct. Like you said, you said you chase them.
When you find someone that admire you, the chase comes, because they're not gonna let you out their sight. Once they start to admire you and they pick up on everything that you can bring to the table, you're not gonna chase that person.
Chase them 50-50.
Ooh, baby.
No.
I want to say so.
Chase, not, of course, it's not about chase. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to let them know that I admire them. I'm going to write letters. I'm going to send them flowers. I'm going to do the small things and the little things, because once you do all that, you don't have to chase them. They're going to come just because of you do that regularly. That's what I do. I write letters.
Well, I was about to lay all that out on the table.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the things that you did to, shoot, it might have said shit. Not a name me, Kurt. Chase you. I'm sorry, Mr. Earl. I owe something. Because again, I might have chased you. I don't know. I'm just saying that those things come when you expand your social life. Nobody's gonna find you on your couch. And the only reason why somebody gonna find you on your couch, my next strategy would be if you try online dating. Utilize dating platforms to access a large pool of potential partners. So that seems to be popular now. Yes. Everybody want to meet somebody on Facebook. Everybody want to meet somebody on social media, on Kendra. Kendra G Singles is, I love to go to her for research. So again, a lot of people think that they can just lay on the couch and that love is going to just come through the chimney. That doesn't happen. You have to expand your social circle. You got to be open to new experiences. Step outside your comfort zone and try new activities to meet people in unexpected places. When you step out of your comfort zone, stop being so particular when you ain't even got it going on. I can't say that. Okay. Again, you have to ease your mind about what you are going out to look for, and you got to bring it down a notch. I just feel like people have to bring it down a notch, because again, it's a lot of people that's missing out on love because their standards are too high. And focus on the quality of the connection. Get to know people on a deeper level beyond what they have in the physical attraction. Because again, I don't think that a lot of ladies are understanding that the not so attractive mates are making a comeback. Is that okay? I just don't care today. It's crazy. So all those gamma rays out there, just know that good men and women are accepting imperfections now in dating. People are accepting imperfections now as they date, because they are missing. They don't care if you had an IEP in college. Love is being advocated by the ones you are least expected. To get in a relationship that prospers, you have to cling to your mate and be around other couples that are in a committed relationship. So one of the things that a lot of people are doing, they cling to a single friend opposed to meeting a married person that can maybe get you on the track of a committed relationship. I have different opinions on that, but I'm going to go to the question that the requested conversation came with. So how do you feel about married couples and committed couples having a lot of single friends. How do you feel about that?
Once again, to each his own. With me, is that it's okay to have single friends, because once again, single friends do want to be around married people just to see how it is and to get any insight on it. Like I said, it depends on the personality of the person that you're around. We have to be ourselves. And once we be our addicted self, God will put us with people who are addicted. So what I'm saying, we out here perpetrating being not real. Once you be real with yourself, I promise you, God gonna put these around you. Single people, like I said, when I was single, it's okay to be around married people. Because married people just always tell me, well, you can't be around single people. It depends on 50-50.
Were you ever single? Crazy conversations.
No.
Thank you. Now, I see the importance of married couples, committed couples should be friends with other married couples. And the reason for this is because of the new experiences. We get to double date with other couples. We get to create new and exciting experiences that keeps our marriage or relationship fresh. That's what happens with the new experiences that comes with hanging with couples that are in a committed relationship or they're married, I feel. And to me, I like the growth of the relationships when you have married and committed relationship friends, the spending time with couples who are also trying to grow as a union, as one unit. You know, those kind of couples, you can come together, you all can get closer to God, and you all learn together how to fight for your marriage and your relationship. It can help you grow in your marriage and your committed relationship as well. That's a little hard to do when you only have single friends and you have to go out and you have to ask your friend, you know, what should you do? But that particular friend may not be able to relate to that problem that your mate and you are having. So again, it's a difference from having single friends opposed to married friends, because again, you can go to your single friends for certain things, and then you can go to your married couples for certain things. And again, you also have to look at the background of the friends. Even if they're married, you still have to listen and pay close attention to the type of advice that you absorb from any friend. You see what I'm saying? Because married or single, they may still not be able to relate to your particular situation that you're having in your relationship. And another important thing that I feel is definitely important with relationships is having that support, that friendship and that bond with other committed or married couples. It can provide you with an irreplaceable system that will help you through those aggravating situations that you may have with your mate. But it's support. When you have support, you have that friend that's gonna say, girl, take your butt home. Not that friend that's gonna say, oh, we out all night. You know, don't go home. I got something in my closet for you to wear. We out here. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference of how you get and absorb the advice that you take when you are looking for someone to admire you, chase you, fall in love, and marry you. So again, you have to have everything in order when you are absorbing that type of advice from either your single friends or your married friends. Some of your married friends might say, hey, don't go home, we out here. You never know. But you as an individual have to advocate for your love, advocate for your relationship, and know that you want your relationship, because you may want your relationship, but everybody around you may not want that relationship for you. Again, on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim, spending time with couples friends can bring more fun and perspective to your life. How do you feel about that? Tell me how you feel about our single friends and our married friends.
Well, I don't put them in the same category
Okay.
just because they're different. Like, I don't mind hanging with my single friends. Definitely don't mind hanging with my married friend. But it's okay. You have to have both, though. Married couples have to know how to be and be comfortable around other married couples. And that's okay. You're not wrong if you decided just to be with married people. And you're not wrong if you decide to split half and half like I do. To me, I do, you know what I'm saying? I do listen to single women's if they say, well, single men, my friends, if they say they don't want to get married. Of course, I ask why. I don't judge them. I'm like, why you feel this way? Because it's a reason. So, like I said, me taking advice from single people, it's not about taking advice. I listen. Because once again, you don't have to be married to know advice about married things. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be married to give me advice about married situations. If your parents or anyone you know was married, we all knew someone who was married. But it's all about the type of people that we put in our circle, the type of people that we hang around. Because one thing, I'm not going to hang around a person who I know who I'm not feeling their vibe. That's me purposely. I'm not hanging around no one I don't feel no vibe, so I don't care about seeking advice from my single friends.
And when you say vibe, you mean a married vibe?
No,
Or a
it don't have to
single
be.
vibe?
See,
What
that's
kind of
what
like a
it's like a spirit vibe.
spiritual vibe?
Yes, spiritual
Okay.
vibe. So you could be single. I'm not going to be around anybody. Anyone who knows me, I don't be around anybody. I pay attention. And I notice you, if people don't tell my business out to anyone. So I'm very particular. I don't have to be wanted. I don't have to have friends. I don't have to do too much. I be natural. I be me. So God know what I want. He gonna put me around natural people because I'm gonna ask you questions.
And with me, I spent a lot of time with people that were not in committed relationships or marriages. And as long as I had a marriage that was failing, it was okay. Back then, I needed the type of people in my life that will push me to doing better. That's one of the things that I lacked years ago, that I felt like I leaned on my single friends to get out of a situation. When I did not want to be home, I could go to my single friend house and stay, those type of things. And I probably wasn't open to anyone telling me anything different. I was open to what my single friends had to say.
But that's the past. It's on to the new.
Absolutely.
So
I'm
you do something
saying
different.
now I know the difference, and I feel like this is a relationship I want. This is a relationship that I need. Back then, I took that advice because they knew and I knew that's not where I wanted to be. So, yes, it's in the past, but it was going to be in the past anyway because I knew that was not what was for Miss Kim. So, at that time, it was good that I had those single friends because they were there to say, no, you don't need that. You don't go through that. You don't need to deal with that. You're better than that. I had that. I had some people that was telling me my worth and reminding me of my worth. So again, there's nothing wrong with having, single friends. And again, I tried the single friends. I tried the older friends. And just because they were older than me did not mean that they were in a better situation. It did not mean that they can advise me about my relationship. Because again, a lot of them ended up single, even though it was a big age difference. So again, I listened, but again, I was selective in the advice that I took going into my new. I knew what I wanted, and I knew that this was love and this was a whole different ball game. So the games that Miss Kim was playing, no more. I knew that. So nobody has to tell me that. I take full accountability because I was enjoying myself. So I
Too
say,
much.
pardon me?
Too much.
See? You see?
You were. Too
Well,
much.
friends can help you become a better person and build a better relationship or committed relationship. And I am appreciative to those that inspired me to know my worth. I didn't have to settle, those type of things. Again, you will always be selective on some of the things that you share when you do become married or when you do become one with someone committed. You know, research has shown that couples with a great friendship have a higher percentage of marital satisfaction. And I believe that that's what happened with us. That's what I was telling the listener, that I feel as though our friendship was amazing and it was easy to admire, chase, fall in love, and marry. Those things came easy because we had already built that relationship and that friendship foundation from the age of 14. And even though people were not seeing you around me on a regular, that doesn't mean that we wasn't in touch. We did have our way of communicating with each other throughout our lives, even though, you know, you were married, I was married. But again, we had that friendship component and that friendship component only. People think now, oh, well, it was more. Never did you cross the line. And I hope I didn't cross the line with you. I may have, but I'm not apologizing. Again, I think that the friendship component, like once we decided, okay, we're going to take it a step further than friendship. You remember all those people that was calling and texting you saying, oh, you don't want to get into that with her. She got this going on. She got that going on. But if they would have known me, they would have known that you and I was friends and it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing about me that you didn't know. But they tried to give you a report on me. And what did that do?
We're doing our dating stage.
Yeah, what did that report do?
See, I don't listen.
Oh, thank you.
No, I don't listen. That's why. That's why it's called dating. No, we were respectful towards each other.
Absolutely.
We was friends, so I came when I supposed to have came.
And I love our friendship because that friendship alone is the reason why I could sit right here and say that I have a good marriage and I love my partner. I love my mate. I can stand here. I can sit here. I can stand here and say that because, again, I say that that's only God and the friendship component that we had already established at the age of 14. So again, you knew what you were getting into. I knew what I was getting into. So again, when I married my wife, I knew I was committing my life to not only a great friend, but this is about to be a great mate and a great spouse. You know, you were the one person I loved doing everything with in the first place. So again, once we stepped up, it came easy. It came natural. So again, you know, adjusting your expectations when looking for someone to love, admire you, marry you, chase you, adjusting your expectations will definitely help. Because again, I had to do a whole oil change on my expectations.
You did.
So again, I that was me. So I definitely can understand exactly what the listener means. And again, finding someone who truly loves you and is committed to marrying you involves a combination of self-awareness, social engagement, and relationship building. And we started to build that, I think, as friends, because that was one of the things that we constantly leaned on each other about, was how to be better mates, how to be a better girlfriend, how to be a better wife. So once we decided to take it to the next part, we knew what each other already wanted and what we already needed. We knew what we lacked in old and previous relationships. So again, why bring that to the new? You see, so that worked. And you have to know yourself. And like we said earlier, that authentic self is everything. You know, when people are looking for that person to, you know, adore them, admire them, chase them, love them, marry them, they have to reflect on their values, understand what is important to you, what's important in a partner and in a relationship. This includes what values do you all share? What lifestyles do you all share? And the long-term goals that you all both may have. You all have to come together on those things, and you will know if that is the individual for you to start your life with. You know, we have to work on the self-improvement component. You know, cultivate your interests, your hobbies, your career. A fulfilling life can attract the right partner. If you are fulfilling your life with improving yourself, not just thinking just the way you are is enough. Take me as I am. You can't do that. You're gonna have to change something. And some people with the highest education, the biggest mansions, and that are spiritually and dedicated to God are lonely and don't have a person in their life. They don't have a person in their life because they're hung up on the highest education, the biggest mansion, the fanciest cars. You know, do they go to church 7 days a week? Those type of things. When let that person go to church once or twice a week. Don't judge that person. People have to bring it down a notch. Adjust your expectations just a little bit, and I promise you, it will work out. And the world has changed. Mates want women from the past, it seems. Like we're going backwards the way men and women want what our grandparents had in the past, you know, because back then we couldn't follow social media or other public influences, you know, to get a relationship. We were not relying on social media for likes and dislikes and to publicly see the way other people's relationships are going. So those public influencers were nowhere to be found back in the day. It's all about now the fineness, which has to stop. You know, you have to throw looks on the back burner right now. At this day and time, you have to throw the looks on the back burner right now. Look around. Pretty women are single at the restaurants, and the people we feel is unattractive or ugly are in the restaurants blued up. Me and you, we sit in the restaurants all the time, and we be looking like, look at her, look at her, look at him. You know, so again, why he alone? Why she alone? You know, so again, I'm just saying, unattractive mates are making a comeback. And they are being admired, chased, loved, and getting married. So again, with that, we're saying to lower your expectations out here in the dating world. And I'm sure that things will work out, because again, it's too many people out here to not be able to at least have a great friendship. So I am going to get your opinion on the blast from the past that seems to be going on now in our generation. The men and women, they're looking back for those type of women, those type of men. They're looking for those men that are, paying all the bills and working hard. Women get to stay home. Some of those flashes from the past are resurfacing. So how do you feel about that?
Well, with the bills being paid, I think the past majority of people looking at is about love and loyalty. There's no loyalty out here in relationships. That's the past that I want. I want the commitment. I want the equalness. I want the fairness.
Mm-hmm.
If you say housewife, that stuff, it's a whole new world out here. Yeah. So I don't succeed with anyone being a housewife, being a house husband, whatever choice you decide to make. But the past, like I said, I want is loyalty and love.
I think that's amazing. But when you just say house husbands, it seems like it's more house husbands than it is housewives now.
Once again, because house husbands or housewives, it's all about family. It's all about being committed. It's all about cooking. Eat with your family, cooking, cleaning up together. Like, there's nothing wrong with washing the dishes. And I'm going to say this. In this world now, as some women, I'm not going to say all women, because I can't speak for me, but all women, I feel as though, they don't have to do nothing. They definitely need to go back to the past. Because if you want somebody to pay your bill, how you not going to wash nobody's clothes? How you not going to send nobody's clothes to the cleaners? First of all, how you not just going to do nothing? How you not just going to take care of the situation like the bills, the doctor's appointments? The other person is doing it. So you want someone to pay your bills, you have to pay your bills duties. I don't want to go back to the past like that. I want to live in the future of love, respect. I think a lot of us got comfortable in a relationship where they have someone in their corner, they take advantage. We have to stop being comfortable with our partner. Stop being comfortable. You have to be fair. If you want to be loved, and I want you to ask God for love me and find me somebody, you do your part.
So what do you feel is the reason that people can't find that person right now to admire them, chase them?
Because it's all about me. It's a selfish world. It's all about me, 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 me. It's all about I. And so people have to realize you don't have to be married just to say we. It's all about, it's selfish. To me, it's selfish. I think it's a lot of selfishness in relationships just because it's all about I. There's no I. So like I said, people have to start back reading and start back studying to realize what a relationship about. Because first, before you get married, you have to be in a relationship.
A friendship.
So friendship comes with relationship.
Yeah.
So that's the part. You have to start with friendship first. But relationship becoming from marriage, you have to have that. When they get to marriage, they're like, oh, I gotta. They just stop everything. No, you can't do that. So like I said, if you want the old school way, no, that's old in the past. I want the old come to the new. I want us to treat each other fair. I want us to love each other, not for what I can do for you. Because I buy you a car, I buy you a house, you love me. So if it take away, that means that you gonna leave. That's what we miss it. We miss it's all about money, materialistic. Whatever happened to happiness and joy?
The love, like you said, that matters. That matters because again, you could get your own house, you could get your own car. But again, look at the same individuals that we're speaking of. When she says, I have a mansion, I have a doctorate, what does that mean when you coming home alone? What does that mean? We don't want to come home alone. And I feel bad because, again, a lot of individuals do not want to adjust their expectations so they can be admired, they can be chased, they can fall in love and become married. Lowering that bar just a little, just to get to know someone, but they won't even lower it to make a friend. So if you don't lower it to make a friend, how are you going to let the love come in? Because again, you have to have that friendship component to have a successful relationship, I feel.
But when you love me, you didn't love me because I chased you. I didn't have to chase you for you to love me. I knew what I was doing. When you catering to a person that you courting, that's what I was doing, and then you fall in love with. I didn't have to chase because my actions were doing everything for me. But running wasn't part of my action. Chasing was a part of my action. The other stuff, what I was doing, priority of me doing it to make sure to let the woman know how I feel. I didn't have to say anything. Everything I showed you, I had to say nothing to you when we was dating. My actions spoke louder than words. So no, I did not have to chase you. My actions did everything.
You all right tonight? You all right tonight? You all right tonight, honey? Yes, you are all right tonight on
That's
Crazy
real
Conversation.
relationship.
And that is true.
So that's what we need to be, not to be afraid to love and to show love. And to cater to your partner. It's okay. But
It's
you have to
okay.
cater back.
And when we used to say back in the day, why is grandma ironing them shirts, all them shirts for the week? Why is grandma packing the lunch? And why is she doing this? And why is she doing that? That's how grandma kept her man. That's how grandma kept her
She did
man.
her part.
And probably had a woman in the basement.
And he
I'm
did
just
his
saying
part.
that that's how they kept,
They knew understanding.
they knew. Grandma washing the dishes, her man in there drying. You see what I'm saying?
See, and I still got to see me as of today. That's me.
That's you.
Not even bragging about myself, but I can speak of it to the point like where I was brought up from.
Right, because
I appreciate my parents.
and you see me in the kitchen and you see me you come in there, start cutting the potatoes, start cutting the cabbage. I never have to do anything alone. You always offer your assistance to whatever it is that I am that I'm doing to make our house a home. You get involved. You know, you don't let me do everything by myself. And that's from
Nothing.
the
Nothing.
domestics to the bills. I don't have that
Nothing.
worry. And I'm sorry that a lot of things that is going on right now I can't relate to, because I am being spiritually fed, I am being loved, I am being catered to. So I would be that person that would be foolish to go out there to act like I'm not in a happy relationship.
You better not.
You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't have to go out there and perpetrate like my home ain't happy. And I know that's where my help is. You see what I'm saying? My help is at home. So anything outside of that, it doesn't matter. But again, a lot of people feel as though they can't get that. But
Love.
that blast to the past. Everything is done. Go ahead.
Out of love.
Out of love.
Everything comes from love.
I never hear you complain. You cut the potatoes. I don't even ask you. This weekend I said, lay down, relax. I'm cooking everything. Don't even come in here and take out the garbage. Don't do nothing. Don't touch nothing. I got this. You just stay in the bed. And I got it this week. Don't help me do anything. So those are the type of gestures that this generation in dating have to
Bring
pick
back.
up.
It's love.
They have to see that love so that they can be able to receive it and give it. And that's the best thing that I could have ever done for my children, is allow them to see their mom loved in an appropriate manner. I hope that they would take the things that we have shown them and take it to their relationships. I hope that they will, because again, I hope that they don't focus on the bad things and the previous things, that they focus on how their mom is being treated, how their mom is being loved. Those are all key components. It doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter the job, it doesn't matter the size of the home, it doesn't matter the type of car you drive. It's all about the love. And relationship building comes with all of that. You can help your partner and your mate build and do the things that your expectations want. But you have to get the person first. You have to find that person first. You just can't be so judgmental towards people and individuals that could possibly give you that unconditional love that you're seeking, and you know you're seeking. So again, is there anything else that you want to say about finding someone to admire you, chase you, fall in love,
Be yourself.
and marry you?
Be yourself. Be authentic.
Be authentic. Be
Yeah.
your authentic self. And so how do you feel about the adjusting your expectations? How do you feel about that?
Just being yourself. See, me, I don't care about change. Me changing is what I like to do. I change every day. What I didn't do yesterday, I'm definitely going to do today. So what I do on the internet, I do it in real life. See, people do stuff on these social platforms
Yeah, I wanted
just
to
to
comment
do,
about
you know,
that.
do social platform. I'm not no social platform person. I'm like this in real life.
And people say, like, we got the message about, oh, y'all always on social media taking pictures and smiling.
No, that's me.
That's us.
I'm authentic. People anyone who walk around me, be around me, they already know that's me. I'm authentic on air and off air. I'm real.
People say the craziest things, but they directing it to the right person, because I love to address the craziness. It doesn't bother me, because again, I know that I have nothing to prove to anyone but God and to my spouse. And again, I am glad that I was someone that you decided to admire, chase, fall in love, and marry. Again, thank you for listening to Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on the station that feeds your brain, intellectualradio.com. Tune in next week. The next week's conversation topic: is there a right time to marry or get married? And that is right here on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim, again on your favorite station, intellectualradio.com. Good night, friends.